friends. Oh my God. And welcome everyone to Chisme Sano. This is from Tijuana to New York. Yours truly, Tan Rosa at Tan Rosa 22. You can follow me. And also you have my co-host, my beautiful, the smartest, the coolest, the one that does what is that you do in Austin?
Improv.
I thought I was gonna say stand up. Marti Belle is here. Marti.
Hello, friends.
¿Cómo
Marti
estás?
Belle. Muy bien, ¿cómo estás tú? Marti Belle at Marti Belle at Marty.Belle on Instagram. Estoy bien, estoy un poquito como que me queda el gripe.
No.
No.
Ya me dio a mí. If I could, I will show you. I have two bruises on my butt. Like one here and one here, and they look like a smiley face, like los ojitos y la crack.
Show the bruise. Show the bruise.
No.
Show the bruise. No, but no.
No, I was kidding. Oh, hold on. No.
Ella se atreve.
Yo siempre. No, es que está morado, me dolió horrible.
It's not even the first 5 minutes. We remember, they go crazy.
I forgot. So I got 3 shots I got to Mexico, Tijuana. I went to Tijuana and I got 3 shots. The first day that I was there, I went to Dr. Simi, con el Dr. Simi, because I was feeling really sick and I got the shots. And then Saturday and Sunday, I felt like I was dying. I had a signing, pero agárrate, because it's coming with everything.
I know, dude. I know. I'm fighting it. O sea, that's one thing that I miss so much about my grandmother. Obviously, there's so many things I miss about my grandmother, pero una cosa que ella siempre hacía, she always had herbs. O sea, y te hacía un té. Yo si me enfermaba, duré enferma un día. Porque ella sacaba y empezaba que si con la sábila, que si el limón, this. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion, honey. Y ya.
Did she ever give you Vicks? A mí mi papá, te la pongo así, me puso Vicks en un té. Me tomé esa chingadera.
La pregunta ofende. Dominicano que se repete tiene su Vicks al lado de la cama.
¿Lo tienes ahorita?
I don't make the rules.
Do you have it there? ¿Lo tienes ahorita?
I'm not in my bedroom.
Oh, I forgot.
I'm not in my bedroom. I'm in my office. If I was in my bedroom, el Vivaporú, ahí al lado.
Wow.
Mamá, por todo. Tú sabes lo que, todo. Que si le duele la cabeza, Vivaporú. Está congestionada, Vivaporú en el pecho. Congestionada, Vivaporú en la nariz. You have a pimple, Vivaporú, everything.
Vaporú on your pimple?
Mm-hmm. My mother swears by that.
I want to say hi to everybody that is on the chat right now. If you have a cousin, tia, someone who has ever used Vicks Vaporú, drop a comment on there. Like, I would like to hear it. But
if you haven't and you want to learn, we got you, because this is we're saving you. Big Pharma doesn't want you to know about Vicks Vaporú.
No. Okay. You have a República Dominicana Starbucks cup. I have a Seattle.
Wow.
Starbucks cup.
Wow. It's the only Starbucks cup I have. Fun fact, Allison K collects these cups. So the reason I have one is because when I was in DR, I made sure to bring her one back. And I was like, I loved it. It was so freaking cute. It was so cool that I had to get myself one. So AK and I have matching Dominican Republic mugs.
Oh my God. You guys are so cute. By the way, don't forget they have their OnlyFans and Patreon. They are selling their calendars. Where can they get the calendars?
Last day to order, AllisonK.com/shop. Honestly, the pre-order might even be closed. But if you really, really want one and you missed the pre-order, shoot me a message and I'll make sure we count that number in before we place the order.
Nalga y tetita. That's where you're going to see nalga y tetita, señores. Y
poquito.
Esta semana, this week, on our podcast, Chisme Sano. ¿Cómo hay chisme, chingado? ¿Cómo hay chisme? It has so many things happen this week. We're going to start with telling the chisme on how you did on... it wasn't stand-up. It's improv in Austin. So I went to see Marti at in Austin, Texas. I took my friend who's Bosnian, who does nothing about improv. It was the funniest shit ever. So,
it was incredible.
Yes. Let us know what happened.
As some of you who were watching last week found out, I was participating with one of my improv teams, CCC. We were performing in the Out of Bounds Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas. We had 2 performances. We had one on Thursday, one on Saturday. Thunder Rosa came to our Thursday one. And I'm telling you, hello, Maciel. I see Maciel's in the chat. I see everybody in the chat. We're gonna catch up with everybody in the chat. That's my little cousin Maciel. Maciel knows all about Vic, so Maciel can tell you guys about our experiences with Vicks. But so I told Rosa I felt very like when you have ring rust, when you haven't been in the ring in a while, you get ring rust, and that's how I felt stepping on the stage in Austin. First of all, long travel day.
Mm-hmm.
Molly Ray and I were awake since like 3 a.m. We had a 5 a.m. flight, long layover, finally get to Austin. We spend part of the day kind of like a little, not really sightseeing, but we went to a park.
Selker Park? Yeah, it's one of the biggest parks in Austin, Texas.
We got to see so many not sea turtles. We got to see so many turtles. Super fun, super nice to walk around. And then we had tech rehearsal at 5 o'clock. And then we didn't perform till 9 o'clock, which is our 10 o'clock at home. So going on at 10 o'clock, our time was a lot. And, I felt like it was a good performance. It was definitely a good performance. And I was so happy when I saw you in the crowd. I actually saw Boz first because I looked over and I saw Boz and I saw you and I was like, oh, okay. But it's like one of those times when you see your friends in the crowd, you're like, acknowledge it, but focus. So It was super fun. It definitely, we got to perform again on Saturday after doing a workshop, and we also had guest coaching by Will Hines. After that, I feel like Saturday's show was one of the best shows. It's just like a match. It's like when you have that match where the chemistry clicks, everything's right, everything feels good. That's how Saturday's show felt. Thursday felt good. Thursday was a good show. It was a very good show. Saturday was my 5-star like main event match. That felt really good.
So you're getting wet. It's like sex, ¿no? La primera como que a veces está bien, la segunda it's better because you're like already primed.
I mean, aquí estoy yo de que vamos a hablar de how I can relate this to wrestling. Entonces, sex.
Es como el sex, claro. I mean, in the comments, tell me in the comments. No. Like you're all nervous. It's your first day.
Yeah, but sometimes you have that
first day.
Right after
what?
Oye, Tinder. Es que Tinder, you're not wasting time.
Oh, gotta give context on that. It was your first day doing what?
Oh, no. O ¿cómo se llama ese, what's the name of that app for Latinos? No, not right. Tony, I'm not trying to get Grindr. No, for Latinos. Es Spark or...
Es Spark.
Hay una para Latinos.
Hay una porque me ha salido, me salí el anuncio antes. I've seen it. Yeah, but it's like...
They wanted me to promote it, but at the time I was with the partners, I was like, no se va a ver bien. Chispa.
¿Cómo se dice Spark? Chispa.
No,
Hotspot. Oh, wait, no, wrong.
Yo digo, pero no, it was so much fun to see her. And I think I'm going to leave this for the people that are listening right now. If you have a friend or friends or family that are getting involved in something completely different than what they used to, it's super important, bien importante que vayan y los apoyen. You have to go and support.
Yeah.
Porque de esa manera te sientes like you're being like seen, and you're being taken care of.
Y eso son cosas que uno recuerda. That's things that like you will always, I could go and perform at Madison Square Garden. I could go perform at SNL and I'm never going to forget. Oh yeah, that one time I was in Austin. Oh shit. Thunder Rosa drove 2.5 hours?
2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours, hung out afterwards, hung out, had a drink with us, everything. And then drove home to be up at qué hora? Because you had to wake up super early.
Yeah, I think I was going to Houston or something. It was something crazy. Yeah.
It was like 5. Super early. So esas son cosas que uno se acuerda y son cosas que uno aprecia mucho because, dude, having support, like, do you remember your first match? Did you have people there?
My very first match. No, I didn't because it was like one of those things where you go y te dicen, hey, ¿estás lista? ¿Traes tu gear?
Oh, okay.
Y fue. Pero sí me acuerdo who was there. There is a guy, he's like an older gentleman. He still has that picture for his profile picture on Facebook. So I do remember.
Is that the one with the one online? If somebody, I will drop it on the video next time. If you,
Yes.
if,
No, güey, está
Okay.
horrible.
If you
Pero bueno,
find it, drop it for us.
vamos a leer este comentario. It was awesome meeting Marty with Allison K in New York 2 weeks ago. Thank you, Brent,
Yes,
for
Brent. It was awesome. It was we met at a big event. We had somebody, Brent, was it you who said you love the podcast? We have podcasts.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we are having a lot of people watching this podcast, Chisme Sano, which you can see every Tuesday at 6:05. You know, no, well, it's 5. It's 5:11 right now.
It's 6 for you, isn't it?
No.
Oh wait, no, it's 4 for you. It's 4 for you. You're behind me. You're behind me. But going back to that first match, my little cousin who was in the chat here, Maciel, she was one of the people that I remember being there at my first match. All of my cousins turned up for my first match, and that was so important to me. That was so important, and especially having like your family support you, especially something different. This is not the norm. This is not, you go to school, you do this. This is something like completely different. So, personas que están desde el principio siempre uno se acuerda porque valen oro.
Ah, valen oro. Brent, vales oro, Brent. You're golden. You're golden.
We have so much. Okay, we have other things to chat up. Should we look at some of the messages? I know we're having a lot of messages coming in, so I want to make sure we say hello to everybody who's popping in.
MDB99, hello. Walter Johnson 32.7, what's up? Cielito.
Hi, I can say hi to people.
Is that your cousin?
I got
Cielito?
like 2 shout outs already, so I have to say hi to the people.
Brian, thanks for always moderating this. Brent, I miss you. By the way, before we continue, I want to make an announcement. WrestleCade is this Friday and Saturday, and Sunday I won't be there. I was announced that I was gonna be there, but I won't be there due to unforeseen circumstances. Unfortunately, my sponsor, he's going through the worst time in his life, and we just figured that it was best for him and for his family to be focused on his family. So I won't be there. So I'm sorry. I was really looking forward to you guys. But I know if I wait another year, I'm gonna have a longer line next year. So
and then we'll also have a Chisme Sano table.
Yes, next year we're gonna work on having this live.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes, that is the plan. I want the people, the chat, if you guys are excited about having a live Chisme Sano, please promote it so that you might be a guest on Chisme Sano next time.
Yeah, maybe we can teach you how to speak Spanish. We can teach you that. We can have a fan.
I thought you meant me. I'm like,
No. I'm saying a fan. We can have a fan to come in and we teach them the word of the day. En español.
Teach him usable Spanish, like, oye, cabrón, ven pa' acá. Like,
something like that, yes. And talking about support and having people that are there for you. There is something very important that you mentioned that you wanted to talk about here, right? But it's the total opposite when you don't have, or it's toxic support and body image.
Yeah. I think body image is something that's very important. I'm sure, every community deals with it, but I do feel like it's very, ¿cómo lo digo? Algo que como que es bien importante en nuestra comunidad. Because there's so many different aspects, I feel like there's this, and we've touched upon it a little bit on our previous podcast when we've talked about hair, and we've talked about that, how hair is a part of our identity, and just our skin color, all of that, and how all of that relates to our identity. And unfortunately, something that kind of relates to our identity sometimes too son la tía tóxica, la mamá tóxica, la hermana tóxica, toda la persona tóxica, porque usualmente, y es lo que más me molesta, usualmente son las mujeres que tienen comentarios que hay que decir. ¿Sabe? Como que obviously with wrestling, I feel like we have always been, we've been told we need to look a certain way. And we're very hard on ourselves, because I know that you are probably as hard as you're on yourself as I am on myself. The girls are probably,
yes, they are.
I'm getting so distracted looking at all messages. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Yes. As I was in the middle of this, like, distraction. But something that I think that we do need to touch upon, that's very, unfortunately, like very big in our community, is talking about people's bodies.
Mhm.
Especially cuando la gente habla sin saber. Porque yo sé que, o sea, being in wrestling for as long as we have been, being on television for as long as we have been, we are not immune to the comments that people have to say about our bodies. And the problem is that it's not just on the internet. It's also what happens. And I'm going to use the word home to talk about like anything outside, you know, growing up, your cousin's house, your aunt's house, whatever. I'm not necessarily speaking about directly at home.
Yeah.
But when we think at home, having to deal with people talking about your negatively speaking on your body is also something that unfortunately I feel like we both have had to deal with.
Sabes, ahorita, like I talk to you, I'll talk to all the fans, especially on my YouTube, on my vlogs, about the struggle that I suffer for the last 3 years since my back injury. I gained 25 pounds. And people used to tell me all the time, because I had an 8-pack. I was 125 to 135, pure muscle, you know, thin, chiquita. Y ese es otro pedo. People are always telling you when you're too little or when you're too small, that you're too small. Y esa es una cosa que siempre me decía, ay, es que estás bien flaquita, mija. Ay, mira, cómete una hamburguesa, or like eat a burger, or like you're too small, like eat a taco or whatever. I was like, bitch, I'm on my prime. Like I'm on my peak, like athletic thing. And now it's like, I'm 145, 150 pounds. Like, I'm like killing myself, like literally killing myself, trying to lose the weight. And it's so hard. And now everybody's like, oh, you look like a woman.
Tienes curvas.
Qué curvotas tienes. Oye, qué rica estás, mami. Qué deliciosa, qué sabrosa. I mean, I like it, right?
Por lo menos you're still getting, so this is like, para el gusto se hicieron los colores. You know, there's always going to have somebody with an opinion, because I have dealt with, for me, growing up, my nickname, literally growing up, was Twiggy. I was so skinny. I did not hit 100 pounds until I was in high school. Like I was like 16, 17 years old when I finally hit that weight.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of part of my identity. Like la flaquita. Y eso, sí, no faltaba el comentario de que, ay, tienen que comer un poquito más. And then they would see me eating and be like, oh, damn, Thunder Thickness. That is a good nickname. I'm gonna stay down for later. But
okay, I'm gonna stop putting the comments because Marty.
I'm gonna get
that's on me.
Yeah,
that's on me.
we can pause and say, all right, let's do comments now, because si no, vamos a hacer el show entero. So, you know, as I started gaining weight, as I started getting older, as I started coming into my womanly body, and I started gaining weight, the comments that I would get on my body, like the first time I debuted on television, I mean, I was 123 pounds, and I was getting comments being told I was too fat and how I needed to lose weight and how I looked out of shape and how this, that, and the other. So now I'm like 60 pounds heavier than I was then. So it's a very big mind fuck. Y lo que más duele es cuando tú tienes tiempo sin ver un familiar. O tú sabes, you haven't seen una tía, una prima, somebody for a long time, and you're so excited to see them. ¿Y esto pasó? Like, this literally happened to me. I had spent almost 2 years without seeing a family member, and I was so excited to see them. So excited to see them.
Mm-hmm.
And I run up to them before they even give me a hug and say, hi, I've missed you. How are you? Lo primero que me dicen, pero tú sí estás gorda.
Hija de puta.
2 years. 2 years without seeing this loved one. 2 years.
Wow.
Pero tú sí estás gorda. And I'm like, oh, hello. How are you? Can I get a hug? Okay. Thank you. Y oye lo que pasa. Entonces, la mala eres tú, because my sister said this. We were talking the other day about something similar like this. And, you know, la mala eres tú. Si tú le devuelves, ay, pero usted también. Then you're the bad guy. But they can say it to you. Exacto, como dijo Maciel, ellos tienen la confianza de poder decirte eso primero without even saying hello. Of, ay, tú estás gorda. Or my cousin, que cuando estaba flaco, tú estás flaco, come, ¿por qué tú no comes? Tú estás enfermo. And then he gains a little bit of weight. Tú sí estás gordo. Hay que tener cuidado. Cuidado con it. And it's like, dude, there's no winning. There is no winning.
No, there's not. In like, bueno, a mí, por lo general, siempre ha sido like the total opposite. It's like that I'm too skinny, that like I'm going to get hurt, blah, blah, blah. Y yo pues digo, I'm an athlete. I have to stay, you know, at a certain weight. And even with now, and they're like, te ves súper bien, oh my God, oye, te ves un mujerón, qué curva. Le digo, me veo muy bien para ser normal. But be on TV, I am not ready for TV.
But you
and
know
they don't
what?
understand that.
But you know what's crazy? You don't
What?
even realize it, because I used to say this shit all the time. You say para ser normal, and I used to say that shit all the time. I would be like, oh, I look good for real life, but I didn't look good for the ring. And that's such a mind fuck. That's something that gets in your head so hard. And I've struggled with that for so many years now. It's probably been like the last 10 to 15 years where I feel like I've been struggling with my weight, up and down, you know, losing weight, gaining weight, knowing I have a big opportunity, and being like, oh, because I think people need to remember that being skinny does not equate to being healthy.
No, it does not. No, and I swear, this is the least pain I ever experienced in my career as professional wrestler. When I was a champion, estaba jodidísima. You can ask Tony. No me podía mover. My back was jacked. Like, I abused my body. Like, I mean, yes, I had a 6-pack, 8-pack, whatever. My body was broken, completely broken. And now, finally, I found a nice little, like, you know, rhythm. I am taking my time, and also, like, hormones are changing. My recovery is changing. It's hard. It's hard to lose weight. I'm not making excuses. I am doing my best. Even with food, I don't eat sugar. No como cochinero, no como churros, ya no como nada.
Yo sí.
Well, I hate you right now.
Yo sí, porque but this is why I work so hard in the gym. I have an amazing coach that I work with. He is awesome. Vincent Nothing. If you guys are looking for somebody to kickstart your workout journey, whatever it is, Vincent Nothing has been incredible. And he understands. Also, there are days where we're dealing with pain levels. Like, if my neck hurts too much one day that I can't go deadlift, I need to listen to my body. And I think I've gotten better at that, at giving myself the grace of being like, damn, today's not a day to go heavy. Today's not a day to go hard, where I think there was a little while before where in my head I was like, no, I need to do it because I need to lose weight because this, and this. And it became like, it's an unhealthy thing. It's a very, very unhealthy thing.
It is. But otra vez, nuestros familiares a veces no saben cómo hablar a la gente. I was like watching a reel right now about people our age, our generation, not going to like family parties because they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with the bullying or like the ¿y cuándo los hijos? ¿Y por qué estás tan gorda? ¿Y por qué esto? ¿Y por qué el otro? They just don't want to go.
I think that we're learning to set boundaries. We're learning to set boundaries, and also say things like, hey, that's not okay. Like, I've had conversations with family members where I've had to explain to them, like, hey, like, I know that to your generation, saying certain things is not a big deal, but like, this is why it's offensive and why we can't just say, oh, but that's just the way that I am. Okay, but it's not the way that you are. If you're recognizing that what you're saying is incorrect, why don't we work on changing it?
Yeah, and I think it's also like there's a level of health too. I feel like when you're little, cuando estás chiquita, todo el mundo, ay, no, que qué bonita la gordita, y ay, mira la niña gordita, y luego ya creces, ay, mira, está bien gorda, pinche vieja, nomás se la pasa empacando cosas, but it's like, it's all, we're not teaching our kids boundaries with food. We're not teaching them how to eat healthy. Les estamos dando Coca-Cola en las pinches mañanas en vez de darles agua. You know what I'm saying?
Coca-Cola like, en el biberón.
En el biberón, güey. No, o sea, no mames. En el puto biberón. O sea, like, those are the kind of shit I'm talking about. And in Mexico, there's places where you can even get water, bottled water. You get Coca-Cola. You don't get bottled water. So it's like, obesity is a real thing. But it's like...
Oh, no, of course. I also think that there's a big difference between somebody making a comment to you, like pulling you to the side and being like, hi, I'm worried about you because, for example, in my family, we have diabetes. Mm-hmm. My dad was pre-diabetic. Mm-hmm. So if I ever got to a point where my mother felt like she had to pull me to the side and be like, mira, tu papá tuvo este problema. You might be, predisposed to this. What's going on? Do you need help? I think that's very different when people are coming from a place of concern or coming from a place of, I want to help you. And then there's other people that are just like, tú estás gorda. Just to be toxic. Y creo que esa es la gran diferencia.
Pues es un problema muy grande en nuestra sociedad, es un problema muy grande con nuestras familias. Yo aprendí a no decir eso porque como uno no sabe, sometimes it's health, like they're having depression, they're on new medication. Like if they're big, they're big, and if they come at me and say, "Hey, I need help," by all means, I can help them. But me, because knowing how shitty it feels when they call me que parezco galón de leche, because they call me that I look like a gallon of milk when I first came back, that shit traumatizes you. You know, it's like you're like out there like killing yourself to be a professional wrestler, and they're calling you that you look like a gallon of milk, or even worse, that you're too old for this shit. Like that's one of the things I'm like, cállense la chingada, hombre. Like whatever. But anyways, be kind to your family members. The holidays are coming.
Please be kind. I think just in general, let's be kind to each other. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know if that person that you're like, oh my God, you've gained so much weight. Maybe they gained all that weight because they're sick. Maybe they gained all that weight because they're going through a deep depression. Like there's just so many things you never know. And unless you have that confianza con alguien que tú puedas preguntarle, ven acá, ¿qué está pasando? ¿Todo está bien? Coño, hay veces que uno engorda porque engordó y ya. Y dejen eso tranquilo. Like that's it. Like,
Yeah, and sometimes some people can bounce back and get their body back, and some people just like your priorities are different, and you can't get that body back because believe me, for me to get back to 125 pounds, puta, that means I will never have a car for the next 2 years, like legit, and cardio 45 minutes a day, and very 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 strict diet. And even now it's as strict as it is because I'm not allowed to eat. I can't eat rice, I can't eat bread, I can't eat sugar. Like I can eat like fruit and stuff, but none of that stuff. And that's the stuff that we get at the fucking like gas stations. I can't eat none of that stuff. It's horrible. And then on top of that, I can't lose weight. And I'm like, oh, it's not.
It's hard, but and that's the thing too, is that sometimes you can do absolutely everything right and still not get the results you want because for whatever reason it is. Uno no sabe. And something Maciel just said here, in the flip side, celebrating weight loss can be a little iffy because then we think we are only beautiful when we are thinner. And I also agree with that. It's really difficult because there's times, I don't know, I think the rule of thumb is don't comment on people's bodies, period. But sometimes I do feel like if I personally know, for example, I know that you are busting your ass. I know how hard you're working. Next time I see you, if I see that, I'm like, yo, you're killing it. You're doing a great job. Like, se te nota. I mean, I think the first thing that I said to you when I saw you was I complimented your boobs.
Yeah, I got boobs now.
Yeah, it was nice. I was like, good for you, girl.
That's the one thing I like about gaining weight. Guys, I'm not flat-chested anymore. So if you see like thickness everywhere, it's because it's real thickness. Yeah, my stomach is not flat, but everything else is delicious.
Girl, flat stomachs are so fucking overrated. Flat stomachs are so overrated, girl. Because that's the thing I think about. For me to get back, like we were saying, for me to get back to like 125 pounds, girl, I would have to lose my butt. I would have to lose my boobs. I would have to lose a little bit of hips that I have. Walter, just eat right. I think you may have just missed the whole conversation that we just had about how just eat right is probably the worst thing. And I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to call you out right now.
She's calling you out.
Comment that I just saw, but literally just eat right. I'm going to assume that you missed like the last 20 minutes of our conversation because you will know that just eat right is really not. Also, what is just...
Mira, it's more complicated than that. It's more complicated than that. It's more complicated. Just eat left. Oh my God. Just eat right. Just eat left. Oh my God. No, thank you. These comments are really good. Let me start from the top. Beauty standards are cancer, frankly, very harmful mentally to young girls and boys, adults too. That's Brian said that. You have the most cutest laugh. Oh, thank you.
He was talking to me.
Freddie's like, I know exactly what you're saying. William, what about when wrestler man and woman protest how beautiful they are as a gimmick? Where is the line? Well, that's different. Marty, you're so wholesome. It's a gimmick.
Let's separate that. That's something very important that we do here in Thunder Channel is we separate gimmick from real life. So
But you
let's
know
keep
what's something that's
that.
interesting? Going back real quick to talk about gimmicks. Sometimes gimmicks are also so freaking harmful because I'm the first thing that came to mind was the Picky James gimmick and
Bro.
how horrible that was to her and how she took it in stride and she did what she could with the gimmick. Being one of the most beautiful women in the fucking world. And am I biased? Yes. Do I love her? Yes. Did I think that storyline was so fucked up? Yes. And is there like, can you, I don't know, that's one of those places where it's very hard to separate separate the gimmick from the life, because I feel like they were trying to infiltrate her life and she said, yeah, I'm gonna get to me.
Yeah, it's hard. And I mean, this is, and somebody mentioned that too. I think Brian mentioned that about some of the guys. Adam Cole, he was having a very difficult time gaining weight and getting back on his body. If you didn't know about what happened to Adam Cole, he suffered multiple concussions that did not allow him to work out the way that he was working out before. Therefore, it was a lot harder for him to gain muscle and gain his body, which he did before he actually was forced to retire due to concussions. But again, you don't know what these people are dealing with. Some of the injuries don't allow you to work. I can't do the same workouts that I was doing when I was doing MMA and jiu-jitsu and professional wrestling in 2021 and 2022. Everything else that I'm doing right now is all based on balance, based on strength and conditioning. And as soon as I can, I'm going to start doing some stuff in the ring, and I have to like adapt, right? And also because I am very self-conscious about my body, I have to change my gear and I have to do some stuff. I'm going to look great. I know I'm going to look great. This is going to be amazing when I return. And I'm just going to encourage you. These are the holidays. Enjoy the holidays. Have limits with how much you eat. Don't eat until like you're about to throw up. This is what I always say. Siempre como poquito de aquí, poquito de allá. Y even now, when I feel like satisfied, I stop eating. I'm not going to force myself to eat anymore.
I have had to teach myself that because I think that I grew up in a home where you finish what was on your plate.
No, es que no te vas a parar hasta que te lo acabes.
You finished it. Y no era un platico de comida, era tú sabes, el arroz, la carne, los tostones, la ensalada, que esto, la habichuela. Era mucho. And now I've gotten to the point where, yes, I recognize, I'm like, oh, I'm good. So I'm going to take a second and I'm like, okay, si quiero más, me sirvo más ahorita. But I am like trying, that is something that I definitely have been trying to do better at. And I think before we move on to our next topic, I know we've been here for a little while. Just remember Chadwick Boseman, the Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody talked. Everybody said so many mean things about him and how he looked on the red carpet and how this, and people talked so much shit about him. And then come to find out, this man is dying of cancer. Mm-hmm. You don't know. You really don't know what people are going through. So if you have, there's that saying that's like, only point things out to people that they can change in the next 5 minutes. Hey, you have something on your teeth. Hey, your shirt is buttoned weird. Hey, like that's something you can change in 5 minutes.
Se te salió la lonja.
Bueno, puede ser, pero otra vez, coño, tú y yo somos muy diferentes, Rosa, el diablo.
You're like, okay, let me put it back in there.
But that's something you can change in 5 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
Lo que yo iba a decir. Basically, I mean, listen, MDB, I'm going to be eating like on this week. Ya yo estoy planeando lo que yo voy a cocinar, lo que yo voy a comer. Ya yo estoy haciendo mi postre en mi mente. I'm getting ready.
No, listen, I don't know where I'm going to be spending Thanksgiving. I know 3 of my friends invited me. So I'm going to go and do a turkey run, a 5-mile run. That's what I do on Thanksgiving when I'm here. Then after that, I'm going to have lunch. Then I'm going to go to a friend's house, then another friend's house, and then another friend's house. And then I'm just going to chill. And then Black Friday, I'm going to be at the stores purchasing some stuff for my house.
Oh,
it's going to be great.
You're doing Black Friday sales.
It's not me. It's one of my friends is coming out of town and they want to do fucking Black Friday shopping.
All right. So before we move on, I wanted to mention a couple of things. So I think everybody knows, like most of the people that been following Thunder know that I lost a lot of weight from like I lost like what
He
40 pounds.
did. Yeah, you did. Yes.
I lost 40 pounds. So I didn't realize until like halfway through it that how much of my activities were food centric. Like everything that I did had to involve at some point eating. And like you can go to the movies, watch a 2-hour movie, and not have a lot of food on it, right? Like you can have popcorn. You don't have to have chicken and well, in Mexico we have like a really plethora of food.
Oh, it's delicious.
That's
Yes.
how, that's how movie theaters in DR are also.
So yeah, it was. However, I am going to eat plentiful this this weekend because that's what it is for. That is the whole idea of this celebration of
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
That's Thanksgiving. Okay,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving in Puerto Rico. Oh my God, is the best.
Thanksgiving.
Shout out to la
Llegó
Rosa
el pavo.
Negra, que cocina la Rosa Negra. La hermana la Rosa Negra cocina. Ay, Dios mío. And by the way, she is a badass. Like she looks like crazy. Like that woman is insane.
I did not get jacked, bro. Come on, you guys exaggerating. Like, look, what is this? I'm not. And before we go, I wanted to mention like maybe a male look at things on this, and I know this is you women show. However, I have to say something. When I was 26 years old, I lost my hair. So I was in the middle of my 20s and I lost my hair. I lost my hair because of stress. I didn't realize that until a couple of months ago. So, and a family member, I hope she's not watching.
Listening.
I hope she's not listening or watching. As a joke, and the first time was fine, me decía poco pelo. And she will sing a song because there's a song that says that. And the first time was funny. But the 120th time, it wasn't funny anymore, ¿verdad? O sea, es que hay que saber también los límites de las personas, ¿no? O sea, especialmente si no te van a decir algo, ¿no? Así como que creo que ya debo de detenerme de decirle cosas. Sí. Creo que no debería estar diciendo esto tan seguido, ¿no? Yeah, just a comment. We can move on now.
But anyways, so now you know, just when you go and visit a friend this weekend, don't comment about their weight. Ask them, how you doing?
How are you?
It's so nice to see you.
Comment on what a great person they are. Comment on how they spend hours cleaning the house.
No. Si no tienen nada bueno que decir, no digan ni madres. Digan, hola, ¿cómo estás? Me da mucho gusto verte. Y ya.
Resuelve.
No se anden con mamadas. ¿Ok? Talking about mamadas. What happened with Miss Universe contest? Let's put it in context. So Miss Universe, 3 weeks ago, we talked about it. We talked about it like last week. And we talked about what happened with the Mexico contestant. She was humiliated and there was like a big thing happening. People walked out, whatever. Last week is announced that she wins the contest. Everybody's happy. Like, poetic justice, chingón. Hasta la presidenta le estaba ahí cagando el palo. Tensas. All the dirt came out about how, like, this thing was fixed. Worse than professional wrestling. Marty, your
Allegedly. Allegedly, Thunder Rosa. Allegedly, because we do not want to get sued. Allegedly. No, hay muchas cosas que están saliendo que it's very hard to keep up with things because at the end of the day, todo esto el medio artístico. Uno no sabe qué es verdad. Uno no sabe what's being fabricated. I'm seeing different reels popping up of people trying to break it down, and there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of drama. Como le dije a Tony ahorita, ni Televisa se atrevió a tanto.
Guys, I listened to a 5-minute research investigation from Lorette Luna, who is always every time
Lorette Mola.
Lorette Mola. Thank you very much. Lorette Mola. He talked about it for 5 minutes. He interviewed the one of the owners of Miss Universe, who is a Mexican guy. And allegedly, he didn't do nothing wrong. But there's a lot of things that are tied to her family and her family having ties with Miss Universe, Pemex, the government. No, está complicadísimo. You guys have to go. If you can go on a rabbit hole, I highly recommend you to go in there and be entertained with the ridiculousness that this contest has become.
I know somebody asked, MDB asked them if they still have those, and they do have them. And I think that I was thinking about this the other day, and I was trying to figure out, I'm like, is there still a place for these? And I think it's difficult because I think it kind of goes back to what we're saying. Like, these are women that are literally being judged. But also, I'm like, you know, to be fair, I probably have not watched a Miss Universe since Amelia Vega, Miss República Dominicana, won. And like, I couldn't
Back in
even
the
tell you.
day. Back
I
in the
couldn't
day.
tell you. I don't watch it. I don't keep up with it. You know, when the pages post about, you know, whatever, I'll like and, you know, look at the girls or whatever. But I think a lot of the women now, or all of the women now, are, like you mentioned before, are highly educated women. That are there, you know, with a platform, that are trying to get whatever it is that they're trying to get out.
Yes.
Whatever organization they're trying to work with. So I don't really know too much about this. I know that I feel like this is not the first time that se ha dicho que ha sido comprado. This is not the first time. Y eso se oye siempre.
No, but this one is like to the next level of being comprado though. Like it's the level of influence that allegedly the dad of Fatima Botch has with the owner of Miss Universo. It's pretty crazy. Like, I'm telling you, I listened to this article or this reportaje. It was a long reportaje too on Instagram, and like, it's just like it makes me really sad because something that made us feel happy about is now like, you can even be happy about it because like a lot of the judges they stepped down after this happened.
Three of them.
One of them, the owner, said that he's just a musician. En qué cosa el musiquete ese. Like, he was like, the way that he was talking about the guy, like he said that he was talking all the shit because he was mad about something, that he wasn't pushed or something else. Then also one of the owners, like from Thailand, they ask the authorities are trying to
Esa sí vi.
Esa sí
vi. Que hay como que it just seems like there's a lot. Pero una cosa no quita la otra. Whatever happens, if allegedly fue comprado, sí, whatever, yo creo que eso como quiera no quita lo que le pasó a ella en Tailandia. Y como ella respondió.
What if this was all a work?
That was my point. Like, that was my point. Is this kayfabe now?
The plot thickens. What if this is all at work?
No, but okay. So sorry. I don't think that they planted that, which will be like because, you know, we're in this business. We can smell these things. However, what I think it happened is that there was a power struggle in real time, and she was caught in the mix. Does she need? Si yo tengo una hija muy bonita, ¿no? Y soy millonario, obviamente quiero que sea Miss Universo. Y si tengo el dinero para hacerlo, I'm gonna do it, right?
Simón.
Pero hubo un power struggle por ahí extraño. The things got out of hand, ¿no? Por ejemplo, ahorita they just arrested and I cannot pronounce her, Jacafong. I think I'm doing it right.
The Thailand.
But that was ya ni siquiera la dueña. She's the ex-owner. Now, this is bad reporting. She doesn't, because she got kicked out for the same reason that la pregunta más, a larger picture question is, why does a beauty pageant, which is what they are called, have so much power and are so drawn by all these millionaires? Porque recordemos que el promotor número uno de esto es el actual presidente de los Estados Unidos, ¿no?
Yeah, Trump.
Previo.
Yes. Yo no le digo por su nombre porque luego se aparece como Joe Henry.
Say it 3 times and he'll be here.
No, gracias. So, that is the question. Otra cosa es, ¿por qué le seguimos diciendo beauty pageants? Si le cambiáramos el nombre, maybe wouldn't be so much like trata de blancas, porque al final del día es lo que esto parece, ¿no?
No, but for me, even if it's a beauty pageant or not, like the way that one of the owners was talking, in the way that he was saying, yeah, we have the judges, but it doesn't really matter if the judges are there. I have the power to select who I want them to be the winner. And Miss Kate, I think it was like Miss what is it? She's from Africa. She said she would never win because she will have to get 147 visas. And she has to travel all over the world. And I'm like, and this is not allegedly, this is on the interview. Like,
yes,
it's
a
like,
record.
This is on record. So I think this is the sad part nowadays, because when I was talking to Tony before we got online, I was like, this is Mexico or AI. Like everything that I see on the news, I ask myself, is this real or this is AI? Because some of the stuff are so ridiculous. No. Está tan ridículo esto. Como dices tú, ni Televisa se atrevió a tanto. O sea,
sí, no, because literal, cada día como que the plot thickens. Every day there's a new thing. But you know what it's doing? It's making us talk about it.
Yeah, well, everything is wrestling, indeed.
Everything is wrestling,
Adrian, everything is wrestling. And if you tell me, anybody out there tells me wrestling is fake, I will question them on everything else. I'm like, by the way, you know, people are having relationships with AI now, and they're getting married and they're having kids. It's crazy. And you tell me wrestling is fake, you can go fuck yourself. With all due respect.
With all due respect.
With all due respect. With all due respect. So says William Hart, Hensey, thanks for having me, Thunder and Marty. Enjoy myself immensely.
Thank you, William.
Very
Thank you for
welcome.
by. We appreciate you.
Let's see. Walter said, I watched Miss Universe when its judges have vote 1, 2, and second place and third place.
Oye, creo que Amelia Vega ganó el 2003, o sea, hace mucho que no ves.
Te digo, es la última mes. Es la última mes que te puedo decir que ganó. Y en realidad, así, because I was like 2003, yeah, I was in high school. That's the last time that I could tell you, I'm like, oh, I watched this.
So, talking about women and pageants and all this stuff, let's talk about how women, todas las mujeres, son representadas en nuestra televisión. One of the things that you and I, and pretty much even Miss Chiquitica, Red Velvet, we have in common, we all used to watch Sábado Gigante. Si no saben qué chingados es Sábado Gigante, váyanse al YouTube y vean.
No, ¿cuál? Si no saben qué es Sábado Gigante, they were living under a rock, bro. What the hell, man? Come on.
Let me tell you like this. When I was with Brian, when we were married, he used to tell me he used to watch Sábado Gigante when he didn't have access to any other thing because the women were half naked. Sábado Gigante it was the pinnacle of TV on Saturdays in San Diego, Tijuana, and pretty much everywhere in the United States con latinos.
God, yes.
Todo mundo sabía quién chingados era Sábado Gigante.
Don Francisco, are you kidding
Don Francisco.
Me? Oye, era mi sueño or be a guest on his show. Or be one of the girls in the show because I'm like, Don Francisco. I need to do a little bit of research because I know Rebby Sky was on an episode of Sábado Gigante. Y yo creo que tiene que ver con lucha, pero ahora como que no me acuerdo bien. Tony, si tú tienes ahí para buscar bien. Yo sé que Rebby Sky, I know for sure that she was on an episode because I was so jealous. I was like, and it was like towards the end. I was like,
Matt?
Sí, güey. Pues she was like Miss New York. She was like big. She's a Puerto Rican. She was big time doing stuff like that.
I know she is. Like, yeah.
But, dude.
Chequea, porque yo sé que ella tuvo un episodio. No me acuerdo de qué y nada.
Pero un problema muy grande. And he used to, I remember he used to ask me, this is when I was in my 20s, and we're talking about a minute ago. It was because the women were half naked. And he asked me, why are your little cousins are watching half naked women and y'all are okay with it? Mm-hmm. Then I said, have you ever seen any of the soap operas after 9 p.m.? And he said, yes. Me acuerdo cuando estaba chiquita, las novelas de las 9 de la noche, no las podíamos ver.
No estoy seguro porque that's the only image that pop out.
Let's see.
Is this her? Is una de ellas es esto?
No. Ella she was a guest on the show.
Okay. Let me look for it. I'll continue.
Las edecanes, las todas andaban encueradas, half naked. And he was like,
for Rebby Sky, not Rebby Hardy, because she was still Rebby Sky.
Reminds me of Man Show that Kimmel and others did. No, dude, it's like, well, the question is, do you feel it's like is culture or exploitation?
Oof. So I did. Sorry, I did find it. She was on an episode about Lucha Libre USA.
Yeah, I just found it. Yeah, but
Okay.
I cannot show the video because we'll get taken down. Hey.
Okay. Well,
But,
we
yeah.
will go look for that. Put a link in the chat. And people can go look for it. It's interesting because I do think that it was a big part of. I do think it was a cultural moment. I definitely think it was a cultural moment because there were a lot of things que yo aprendía because of Sábado Gigante. It was a little bit of everything. I don't know. It's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of both. But I'm going to lean more towards Cultura because he had moments where he would bring people from diferentes organizaciones, personas que necesitaban ayuda. Había muchas cosas que yo aprendía because of Don Francisco, el Sábado Gigante, o cuando Lili Estefan se iba, era Lili Estefan o Sofía Vergara, que hacía el show. Eso era otra cosa. Tengo something else.
No, sí estás bien. Es que a veces traía gente. A mí una de las cosas que más me llamaba la atención en ese momento era cuando reunía familias.
Sí,
Esa
when he
cosa
reunited the
estaba de
families.
loco. Esa cosa era una... Porque tengo 35 años sin ver a mi mamá porque viven las putas, no sé, arriba, montañas de allá de, no sé, madres, güey.
Pero, you know what, guys? Like, I feel like back in the 90s, that's when I saw much mujeres encueradas. Closer to when he was like in the early like 2000s, the girls like the Adecanes, they had more clothes on.
Yes,
they were more classy.
I think it's a reflection of the times. I think it's a big reflection of the times. It started to the scope started changing a little bit, so things started to change. But to me, I still think that Don Francisco was. Para mí eso sí fue cultura. There's another show that I don't know that we have on our list.
Las gatitas de porcel.
She's too young, bro. She doesn't know.
You never watched Las Gatitas.
She couldn't possibly.
Never watched the Gatitas.
No, of course not.
¿Qué fue eso?
Las Gatitas de porcel.
No. What is that?
I don't know if I can put it on. Okay, I'll try. I hope we don't get taken down.
My God, Las Gatitas de porcel was literally watching no porn on TV, like late night TV.
No, maybe
te lo juro. Okay. Las Gatitas de porcel. It was an Argentinian show, right?
I don't know. Creo que sí era mexicano. Él es argentino, pero...
¿Un show mexicano?
Creo que el show es mexicano. A ver, people in the comments. Esto es...
¡A su madre!
Oh, se ve horrible las imágenes porque pues son de los 80s, ¿verdad? Pero
yeah, las Gatitas de porcel. Yeah, they were pretty hot.
Like, I want that for wrestling gear.
Esto estamos hablando que esto es lo que son las vedettes. Estos son vedettes.
No, mira, pon esa donde dice las gatitas, vete por abajo.
¿Dónde?
Abajo, ahí, esa. Mira nomás.
Todo
Early
eso.
90s, late 80s.
No, late 80s.
Late 80s. Las gatitas de porcel.
No, for me, no.
87, ¿ves? Ahí dice 87. If you were up at this time, tus papás te iban a nalguear. O sea,
sí.
Eso.
Casi todo el mundo. Wow.
Yeah, that was, I remember that. If
there's another show we can talk about, well, I'm sure that's engraved in your mind. Another show that's on the list that we should discuss was Laura.
Laura en América, ¿qué pasa, el desgraciado?
Oye, okay. So I don't know if my cousin's still in the chat, but if my cousin is still in the chat, she can attest to this. Mi abuela le encantaba este programa. Pero, so I think at first, Laura meant well. I think her shows at first were about like, you know, el carrito sandwichero that was going to help people and whatever. And then I think as it started, porque tú ves, el carrito sandwichero, coño, ¿cuánta gente le dio carrito sandwichero a esa mujer? Pero hubo un punto que ya it wasn't about the stories. It was about el desgraciado, and my grandmother called it lo bimbazo. She literally would go to the kitchen because, you know, it was on like 4 o'clock maybe?
Yeah.
Sí.
So that's like peak time for her to finish cooking. She would be in the living room, and as soon as they would start beating on each other, I'd be like, abuelita, lo bimbazo. And she would come running from the kitchen just to, okay, and then go back to the kitchen. So it got to a point where I do not think it was culture. I think it's a part of our culture, but it was not about progresando la cultura. Era
No,
más,
that's
ahí llegó
trash.
un punto
It
que
was
no
trash
progresó.
TV. It was like what's
Well,
his name?
The funny part is that it was presented as like a Cristina kind of show, but it was
No,
in reality.
Cristina was classy. My cousin wasn't Cristina. Actually, my cousin wasn't Cristina as a chola. Wait, no mames, like early 90s.
Can we look that up, dude? Please.
Dude, it was her. And yo no quiero hacerle caso a mi mamá. Está loca. Yo soy chola. Woo, woo, woo. And my aunt's like this blonde, fucking like super proper witch. And she's like, es que me hace sufrir tanto que no sé qué. Yo así de que, dude, my uncle was there. Like, it's fucking funny. But yeah, Laura in America, the skits were so raunchy too. Es que yo me voy a pintar como se me pegue la gana. Yo soy rebelde. Y si no le gusta a mi mamá, pues que se vaya al coño.
It's literally what Brian, it's what I said earlier too. Yes, it was literally Jerry Springer. It was our Jerry Springer. And I think at first, I think Jerry Springer started off with like, just having modern day-to-day cases of things that were going on. And then they realized, oh no, we want ridiculousness. We want, me acosté con tu hermana, me acosté con tu hermano, y con tu tía también. Like, ¿qué pasa el desgraciado? That's what they wanted.
Yeah, there's a Spanish version.
She is a catchphrase. Que pasa el desgraciado, you can identify. And that's, but again,
I want that on a t-shirt.
Que pasa el desgraciado.
Pero una cosa que es muy, bueno, ¿sí saben cuál fue el decline? Well, not decline, like the completely stop of Laura in Mexico, right?
Yes. Her going to prison.
No, that did not stop her. She got out. She got out and she
was able to do house arrest in the studio. I forgot.
Yes. No.
Yes, she was able to do house arrest in the studio.
So we had a hurricane 2015, 2014, something like that.
Yes.
And she used federal funded a helicopter to like film but everybody felt very exploited. So then other like otros periodistas, journalists, real ones, they started like, wait a minute, why didn't we get access to this? And she did. How come she got there so fast? Right? So they started an investigation, and that's what it took her out, because every other journalist was like, no, mija, no, aquí no, eso aquí no. Brincarse a los journalists de verdad. La cárcel no pudo con ella, pero el medio sí.
Wow. Yep. Dude, that's influence. And she had a little redemption tour. She did a little redemption tour because she was on, I think it was Casa de los Famosos, and people got to see like the real human side of her. And I think people started showing her love again. Pero DH, sí se me olvidó.
Wow. Well, with that, guys, I'm just gonna leave it there. We have some crazy Latinos. We have some crazy stories, some crazy stuff that happened to us when we were little. Things that we watched that we were not supposed to be watching, and we did. But this is just part of growing up, part of the culture.
Dude, there was a magazine in DR. I don't know. Me llegó a la mente que se llamaba Sucesos, and I was not allowed to look at it. I didn't even want to look at the cover when I would go to the pharmacy to buy anything, because it was los sucesos que pasaban, and it was graphic. It was graphic. And that stuff that, like, as a kid, you just go to the store and be like, there it is. And there's like, oh, yeah. Too much for our young eyes. Too much.
Acá en México se llama Alarma.
Yeah. Horrible. No, we don't watch that.
No.
Sucesos. Well, before we continue talking about Alarma y Sucesos, Thanksgiving is this week. You celebrate Thanksgiving? How are you gonna celebrate Thanksgiving?
So, I'm Dominican. In case you guys
get it now.
Oh, are you Dominican? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God, I know, right, guys? How could you tell? What gave it away?
I don't know. I wonder why.
What gave it away? I don't know. Crazy. So Thanksgiving for us has always been about like getting together with family. Because I mean, which I feel, obviously, I think that's what it is for most people. I am not celebrating the Pilgrims. That is not a part of my culture. I'm not celebrating that. There are years that we don't even have turkey. But for me, it is just, look, Dominicans love any reason to party. We've talked about this. Any reason to
Yes.
get together with family, any reason to party. I hate that I can't go home this year. I hate that I can't go back to New York to spend it with my family, but I will be spending it with some friends. Just thankful to be around family and friends. So I will be spending it with some friends this year and, whipping up some of my classics, maybe some new classics that are going into the rotation. I know, Marcela, I'm so sad. Mi cielito, I'm so sad. But, ¿y tú, Rosa? ¿Cuáles son los planes? Ah, no, ya tú lo contaste, las 4 casas.
I wait at Cuatro Casas because my family, because I asked my parents if they're going to celebrate it. They said no. So I was like, there's no point of me going. And I was going to go to North Carolina, but, now that stuff is canceled. So I'm just going to go, eat, hang out, play some games with my friends, and then go to sleep probably by 10 o'clock, super full, and regretting the fact that I ate a lot. But
also, you're going to do a special episode with Nyla Rose.
We're doing a special episode?
Oh my God, yes. You put that on the calendar. So yes.
Live?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
We saw that. Okay, thank you for putting that on live right now. I hope I'm going to clip this for Nyla.
I love you, Nyla.
It's going to be at 4 o'clock, right? Yeah. If you are
3 o'clock, it's gonna be
if you're not doing anything at 4 o'clock, we are going to be live talking about Thanksgiving. So yeah.
Oh yes, I would love to hear. I'm excited for that episode. I would love to hear Nyla's opinions on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah,
That is very interesting.
But like somebody like Brian said, he's going to be celebrating his Cherokee ancestors and other natives, and obviously to be with family too. Yeah, I think because like in DR they celebrate Thanksgiving sometimes. Like people have Thanksgiving parties.
Now, I was going to ask you, do they celebrate Thanksgiving in the Dominican Republic?
Oye, hay gente que ha cogido para hacer una fiesta porque we didn't have pilgrims, so the celebration of Thanksgiving is not. O sea, no tiene un significado cultural para nosotros, pero sí tiene un significado, no tiene un significado historial. Cultural quizá ahora, because it really has just become a time to get together with family. La cocina encendida with the hot dishes and like the amazing food. We don't cook traditional Thanksgiving foods. If I ask my mother how to make a green bean casserole, she's gonna be like, what?
¿Qué es eso? Yo les traigo tamales y pozole, si quieren. O tostadas, porque está más fácil. That's what
the funny thing is that here in Monterrey, Nuevo León, el país Nuevo León, there's turkeys everywhere. You can go to any HEV. Well, this is basically the US now. Yeah. So a lot of people celebrate it here. I am going to celebrate it because I grew up in effing Kansas City. So that's like, the center of the United States. So yeah, I am going to celebrate. But here it's funny because I was fighting for turkeys earlier this week. I'm going to go and trying to find one because we didn't.
I'm so lucky I don't have to cook. That's the one thing I hate cooking. Like the last time I did a celebration for friends was years ago, and it was like in college because everybody was from other countries, and I want to show them what Thanksgiving was. So we had a gathering of people from was it China, Philippines, Russia.
But you know what the best part about it is? Yes. I'm sure that you did not cook traditional Thanksgiving food.
No, I did. I went to Whole Foods. I got all the pack, and I cook it myself. So that shit was intense. So yeah, you're not gonna see Tan Rosa cooking.
I love to cook. When I come to your house, te voy a cocinar.
Ay, qué rico. Yo quiero comida del DR. Y con eso nos despedimos. We want to thank you for being with us this hour and 3 minutes in Chisme Sano. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us. No sean mamones.
Por favor. Yeah, we are such different personalities. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for joining us in this live. If you guys want to see more live streams like this, please let us know. We will definitely try to do them more often. We do have some that we're going to do together, so you'll get to see us in person interacting. Because I think that's also really fun. We're going to make sure we do that in the coming year. You can follow me at marty.belle or just martybelle.com for all information. Rosa?
Pues nada más, que no se les olvide que esto es cultura, risas y chisme, pero sano. We'll see you next time. Nos vemos luego.
Hasta luego.
Happy Thanksgiving.